This is a new, revised version of Rycote's unusual Super Softie windjammer. Originally released last year looking like this, the 2015 version has a fatter, squatter design compared with the first iteration, which has a more weather balloon-like shape. Traditional microphone windjammers, even Rycote's own, are covered in long fur to attenuate wind noise, but the Super Softie has none. Instead, a new material called 3D Tex is used, along with the aerodynamic shape of the Softie, to cut down on gusts of wind wreaking havoc on your recordings. But does it work? There are 4 aspects to consider. 1. Does it cut down the low-frequency rumbles you get from the wind? 2. Does it actually stop you hearing the wind as it whistles around? 3. Does it prevent any popping or distortion caused when strong gusts blow onto a microphone capsule? And 4. Does it negatively affect the audio you want to record? Our tests begin in the lab with a bare microphone pointed at a fan so as to hear how wind noise affects a mic without any protection. Now here's how a traditional Softie deals with wind both head-on and side-on. And this is how the Super Softie copes with the same tests. It's not a huge difference, but looking at the waveform, watching the audio meters and checking with loudness meters shows that the Super Softie is quieter. In particular, the old Softie lets through some lower frequency rumble that the new one doesn't. But is the traditional Softie just muffling all the sound more, or actually doing a better job of ditching wind noise while retaining wanted audio? We took both to a very windy hillside and put the old up against the new, swapping them round in their positions to be absolutely fair. Measurements again showed the Super Softie to be quieter overall, even though it certainly sounded louder and windier to our ears. But is that because the old Softie was muffling everything? Take a listen to these reading clips, where the Super Softie has both a clearer sound and, critically, stops the microphone capsule from distorting in the big gusts, which the old furry Softie fails to do.
It was the White Rabbit, returning, splendidly dressed, with a pair of white kid gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. It was the White Rabbit, returning, splendidly dressed, with a pair of white kid gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. I wonder if I've been changed in the night. Let me think. Was I the same when I got up this morning? I almost think I can remember feeling a little different. I wonder if I've been changed in the night. Let me think. Was I the same when I got up this morning? I almost think I can remember feeling a little different.
Another claim from Rycote is that the Super Softie has high immunity to rain soaking and can be shaken dry very quickly to maintain excellent acoustic transparency. We put both Softies under pseudo rain and tested this with equal amounts of ringing and shaking.
I'm sure I'm not Ada, she said, for her hair goes in such long ringlets, and mine doesn't go in ringlets at all. And I'm sure I can't be Mabel, for I know all sorts of things, and she knows such a very little.
Asked about that poor result, Rycote said that immunity to rain soaking doesn't mean that the Super Softie will work when wet. Rather, they mean it can shrug off the effects of being made damp and return to as-new condition. Over time, the old Softie would become less effective. They say a good shake and 10 minutes drip drying should work, so we tried it.
"I'm sure those are not the right words," said Alice, and her eyes filled with tears again as she went on. "I must be Mabel after all, and I shall have to go and live in that poky little house."
Well, that was better for sure, but still lacking some high frequencies. In conclusion then, the Rycote Super Softie is an interesting take on the windjammer. Although it seems to let more wind noise in than the old style, it actually blocks low frequency rumbles and sounds more transparent for the audio you want than the furry ones. It's also much better at preventing extremely high wind bursts from getting to the capsule and distorting the sound at the mic. But whilst it does revert to full performance when completely dry, we'd caution against using it when even a bit damp, as performance is affected, and in this instance a soaked furry windjammer can carry on where the Super Softie can't. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was useful, and if so, please do click the like button. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, click on subscribe, and they should appear in your My Subscriptions feed. Goodbye.